I'm going to tell you why I'm excited, because today we're going to talk about the Sigma 16mm f1.4 DCDN contemporary lens for the Sony E-mount. Try saying that 3 times fast. Okay, so guys, I'm super excited to have this lens. And Saturday, I actually went to the beach with my friends to ride on our boosted boards. I actually took this picture right here of my friend Danny at the beach. And as you can see, this was actually taken with the kit lens that I've been using for the past couple of months. And it's really impressed me. Like, I haven't really used that lens to take pictures. I used it primarily just to do YouTube videos. But as you can see, this thing is actually really clear and it gives off some nice bokeh. Okay, so today's video, we're talking about this guy right here. So the real reason I wanted to get this lens, this is why. You see that? See that background blur? It's really nice. On top of the nice background blur that I can now get with my backgrounds in my videos, and also getting that nice bokeh that you get from taking pictures, I wanted to be able to shoot in darker scenes, right? Because I wanted to like get that like nice mood in my videos that I see in other people's channels. So now that I have this lens, I want to talk about the pros and I want to talk about the cons, right? So the first thing I really like about this lens is going to be that you're able to shoot in really, really low lit situations and get that ISO down as low as possible to get you that nice crisp picture. The second thing I like about the lens is the build quality. This lens is built really solid. Holding it in your hand, you can feel it's got like a nice metal construction. The focus ring, it's really smooth to turn. So the front glass on this Sigma lens is actually 67 millimeters, and it's huge. And it has to be, because it's going to let you get that 1.4 aperture. It's going to allow you to collect all that light that you need. Now, if you compare that to the kit lens that comes with the camera, it says it's 40.5 millimeters, but that's not even true, because if you look at it, the little lens element is probably, I'd say, half of that. It might be like 30. I don't know. So the other thing I really like about this lens is I feel like the autofocus works extremely well. I know this has been said in other videos, but the autofocus works really well. So if I put my hand up, all right, so now it's focused on my hand, and if I pull away, right back. So to me, the autofocus is just as good as any other Sony lens that I have and have used in the past. So I've taken some pictures with this camera, and so far, there's definitely an improvement in quality over the kit lens. Oh, another thing that I actually like about the Sigma lens, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, is that if you go online and register the serial number and like the retailer that you purchased it from and stuff like that, Sigma actually offers a 4-year warranty on their lenses. 4 years! Like, that's insane. If there is any problems with it in the future, as far as like the autofocus and stuff like that, like I feel better. All right, so now I want to talk about the 2 things that I don't like about this lens. And one of them, yeah, everyone has said, the lens, when you put it onto the camera, is actually quite bulky. It's a big lens for just a prime lens. That's what it is. It's going to make your camera front heavy. I don't mind it. I think it feels like solid. Like you could knock somebody out with this thing, but I would never do that. The other thing is something I actually have been experiencing since I got the lens. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. So I have an A6400 camera, right? And there's a feature in there that I like to utilize, which is the auto turn off feature. So the camera, when it's inactive for, let's say, 2 minutes, is actually going to shut the LCD screen off, and it's actually going to like put the camera into a low power state. Now, the problem I'm having is that when I wake up the camera again, if the screen is flipped up for selfie mode, which it is now, so I can see myself in the screen, what happens is the image actually flips horizontally. So like I contacted Sigma today about it, right? And I spoke to this girl. So what she suggested I do is to either 1, exchange the lens with the retailer I purchased it from, or 2, send the lens in to be tested. So just to make this long story short, I'm going to request another lens from the retailer and I'm going to see if it still happens. I have not read anything online about this happening to anybody, which I find really weird. Unless nobody uses the auto power off feature, I don't know why you wouldn't. It saves your battery. And in my next video, I will actually update to see like, hey, did the second copy do the same thing or are they both doing it? Just to wrap things up, right? Final thoughts. Lens is super sharp. The picture that this lens recreates, I think, is very cinematic. The fact that I'm able to shoot in low light conditions such as right now, the build quality of the lens, right? The glass that they use, the focus ring is really nice. All those things are gonna like trump my honestly 2 complaints. So like 5 over 2. So will I be keeping the lens? Yes, absolutely. I think it's a great lens. I paid $400 for this lens. There's nothing out there that really could touch it. If you guys are out there, right, and you have this Sigma lens and you have an A6400 and you're shooting video the way I'm shooting it with the screen flipped up, if you have this lens, can you please do me a favor? Can you please try to recreate this? And please, if you could, let me know. Post your results down in my comments because when it first happened, I was a little nervous about it. So if it's something that's normal and it's happening with everyone's stuff, that could actually also save me from sending back this copy. So guys, thanks a lot for joining me today. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I do tech reviews, I do tech talks, videos about photography, I do videos on videography. If there's any questions that you guys have for me, down in the comments. Until next time, be well, and I'll catch you later.